This thing up for like 45 bucks. Let me know if you guys can hear me. Let's see here. Hey, I'm a homeowner as well, but all the trades that will work on my first house use DeWalt. Nice. We got Denny of Fools, Rodney Widger, Jonathan, and some others back there. What's going on, guys? This is what we're doing. We picked this thing up for like 45 bucks. I want to know if it's good. There's no way of knowing without testing it ourselves. You just can't trust what you see on the internet nowadays. So I got some 2x4s. What's cool about this one is that it's got the little offset, and it's also got the 90 degree. Now we're going to be comparing this to our Milwaukee M12. And let me know if you guys can hear me, what the audio sounds like. Do we need to adjust anything? Can you guys see what's going on? I'm going to close this door and go grab a drill. I didn't want to be late for the stream. All good. Cool. Cool. How's everyone doing tonight? We are also going to go ahead and grab our Compact Flex and get that in the mix too, because they were also $50 each. So we're comparing kind of some value here, as well as maybe some skill and things. But right now we're just going to get started with this Ryobi. So got a skill, got a battery, got the M12 here, and I don't know anything about this, so we're going to find out. Also going to be swinging this camera a little bit closer here and probably picking it up ultimately so I stop bumping into it. We are live. What's going on? Ryobi kicks ass for money. Yeah. Not too bad for the money, certainly. The mower, I've got the 40-volt mower. It's not terrible. I wouldn't say it's the best out there, but hey, for the money, it gets the job done. It doesn't bog down, and no problem in the city. All right, so we have to go grab the battery because the battery is charging still, actually. So the battery goes in here, and I gotta go grab that battery very quickly here. Also got a little skill driver. I use this thing every day. So last time I bought one of these, I bought the ratchet at full price. It was not a good experience, and everybody did not like my take on it. But we're going to figure out if this is any good. So there's reverse, there's forward. It's missing a belt clip. If I like this enough, I'm going to put a belt clip on it and carry it, because this is useful. This is very useful because you can charge your phone with it. That's no drill. Yeah, it's a driver. We're going to find out if it's good or not. That's what we're going to do. So, for a homeowner, it's hard to say that you need anything more than this. 12 volts. You can get this on sale for like 40 bucks sometimes. Josh actually sent me this one in particular because he got it for such a good deal. And I don't have a big enough screw on this table to show you what this thing can't do. So we can show you what this will do here in a second. Also comes with a little bit of bits there. I was hoping to find the instructions on how to switch out the head on this. Looks like it's got 200 RPMs. And yeah, 2 amp-hour battery, 3-in-1 interchangeable heads. We're gonna see what's going on with that. I'm gonna put on one more light here. Hopefully it's not too much light. We did something crazy, guys. We did something crazy. We mounted a light to our ceiling for ultimate light coverage. Nice and ghetto. Okay, let's see what it's got. We're gonna have to get this head off somehow. Let's see. Does that, hang on. Oh, that is not cool. So this has to come off. So that has to come off to, yes, that has to come off. Okay, I figured it out. I was kind of looking at it and I decided I wanted to figure it out on camera like I do on my videos, and I gotta say, I'm not impressed with that. Sure. So it's locked there. If we squeeze, okay. So in the middle, no squeeze. I actually like that. I like how it's not officially like locked. It's just kind of in between modes. And then, so far so good. We got a lot of stuff on the table, so everything's kind of lost. I've been really busy with life, so. All right, we're gonna be testing all this out. I'm just gonna leave this off for now. And we're gonna go straight to a 1.25" sheetrock screw. Because I can't imagine you needing this for very much more. I think I want to get you guys a better angle here. Let me see how we're going to do that. Sound now? Sound? Sound now? Sound? Yeah, these have been charging the whole time. So I will try this one more time. This is the one that was on my hat. The light is still on, so okay. Let me try and plug this back in and see if you guys get sound or not. Is that any better? Yes, sound? Still sound? Let me know. Very upsetting. These guys offered to send me some stuff. The one that they want to send me is not this, so I'm probably going to ignore them. Same sound, not better. Okay, so probably not active even. Who knows anymore? I'm pretty close to the camera, so it does not matter. Need to change the battery pack on the mic? No. Probably because of the water. So, whatever. It's fine. It's fine. They are not waterproof. Shouldn't have taken them outside and got them wet. It's pretty straightforward, simple in what I did to them, so I'm not upset at the product. Just they're not waterproof. Let's back it up. Let's see if we can take it out. And let's go back in. All right, so still catching there. Yeah, you hear me just fine. Appreciate it. Yeah, so you got a little brushed motor there. It's fine for panels. It's fine for things like this with threads. It's going to be okay for changing drawer, you know, pulls and cabinet hardware. Okay, so it doesn't have really anything special going on there. It does have a magnet. Let's see. I will say that the fit on it's really good, so that's got a pretty good attachment where you're not going to lose a bit. Does it have a magnet? It does not have a magnet. There's something in there. Nope. So no magnet, it just has a really tight fit all the way around. Let's check out one of the angle attachments. And we'll just leave it flush right here. This is flat on the table. Used to in and out with a tiny screw. Yeah, exactly. Okay. This is one that I use every day. Let's get a screw. 20 bucks. Nope. Okay, so it's got more power than the skill. Some electric screwdrivers are too bulky. Yeah, I'd agree with that. This one's got the right amount of bulk to it where it's not too big. It's still a little bit big, but because it's never going to have enough power, like, you know, an actual tool will, you need to expect to have to break things loose first and then loosen them manually. So I would say that this thing is pretty perfect when it comes to the size because you can actually get a good amount of leverage on this that you can't do on some of the other designs. A lot of these designs are square and boxy and just not really able to do screwdriver things. So this is at least you know, doable for, man, I was about to say hand jobs, but I can't say that on YouTube because that would be embarrassing. It's good for manual use, right? Your boyfriend loves my videos. I've been bringing your videos to shop a new tool bag for him. Nice. Appreciate that. Thanks for all the feedback. It's awesome. DeWalt did the same, but better. He sounds like a cool guy. Let's see here. Thought the skill would win, honestly. Me too, man. I was really kind of pulling for this one. I've got the other skill, but honestly, I don't even want to show it. It's not worth getting because it's just like we talked about. It's too boxy. The buttons are up here, and you wind up taking this portion of your hand off of the screwdriver. So when it does grab, it just spins in your hand. It's a lot like the DeWalt. And yeah, the DeWalt was almost too powerful for its own good. I hope he's not watching. Nice. Let me close this door. My dog is not having a good time. All right. Let's do one of these angle. I see the DeWalt next to the back of the wall of the screen. Yeah, that is a extreme. So that is actually a drill. And I got this drill for like 40 bucks on Amazon. And the other day I tapped some plastic to screw a 1/4-20 in and made a little tether for something like this. So for example, if you wanted to put a tether on this, you could thread a screw with your thread maker, obviously smaller than 1/4 inch for this, and make your own little lanyard loop or something with a threaded screw. So that's what we did with this one. But yeah, this is, we're going to be playing with this too, because this is something that we recently got. It's 12 volt. And then you guys can be the judge on what you want to spend your money on. But this is something I just wanted to try out just because it's got the angle. So usually if you want to get something that has this capability, or especially this capability, it's usually in this price range. So this thing's like $170, I think. Maybe $150 if it's on sale. And then I think that this is going to be lower profile than the Milwaukee one too. Actually, I already know it is. So we got to see, how does a screw hold in this? How does the bit fit? You know, all of the things. Is it going to fall out if we shake it? If we shake it really hard, it will. What's up, Jason Smith? Really like DeWalt materials. I like DeWalt too. DeWalt makes some of the best accessories. They make some of the only accessories in their class. That used to be very true. Now everybody kind of copies off everybody. All right, let's see what we can do here. What are we hitting? We got too much. There we go. Need something to be able to push against. Okay, that'll work. Cool, that'll work. All right, we're going to stay flat on the table if we can and use the angle. So we're going to roll this up, leave this drill on its side, or driver, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to say it didn't really lose too much power for the angle. You'd think that it would lose a little bit of power. It seemed to be pretty consistent, which is garbage. So it stayed garbage consistently. Is this 3 volt? It feels like it. What is it? Must be 4 volt, right? Yeah, 4 volt. Hang on. I gotta switch the camera. Yeah, 4 volt. Okay, so it will, you can see where it lost a little bit of pound. The motor is screaming like a mobility scooter with a 450-pound load on it. Yeah, it only has 1 speed setting, so the power is on 100%. There is no power selection or speed or anything to it. All right, let's try the 90. I kind of don't mind it just because what you're doing, you're going to be pilot holing anyway. So even if we went into oak or something, you should be using a pilot hole. You're not going to be running a screw into whatever you're trying to do without a pilot hole. So it's very irrelevant on how much power this does and doesn't have, because it's more of a precision tool for cabinets or drawer pulls. So you can get inside your drawer. If your drawer only opens a certain amount, this could be the cabinet countertop here. You can easily reach in there and attach whatever you need to, or even underneath for a dishwasher attachment, whatever you're trying to do. This is more compact than this thing probably ever could be, just based on the whole package size of this. So we're going to compare that in a second. I'll have to go get it. But hate Ryobi, yeah, I get it. I'm not a fan of Ryobi. I don't have too many of their tools. What Ryobi I do have is like proprietary. Like I've got their hot glue gun. I've got one of their work lights, the clamps, and then I've got their mower and their outdoor, like the blower and stuff. The fact of the matter is nobody makes a clamp light that does this. So somebody made a light that you could actually clamp anywhere you wanted to, like, I mean anywhere, and then articulate the head in any direction. You know, it'd be a different story, but nobody makes useful stuff that's kind of not the best quality, but it doesn't matter. So these guys at least make stuff that's useful in certain situations. Yeah, surprised I moved into the ridge line. Yeah, because you can get, what is that, 3 inches probably, 2.5. About 2. Oh, yeah, it's right, just under 2. Just under 2 inches there. You have the clamp fan, nice. Hard to buy any other fan than Flex. Once you have the Flex fan, there's almost no going back. So for comparison, real quick, we will full send something here in speed 2. In drive, that's one of everyone's biggest complaints about this, is you got to remember to select which speed you want. And yeah, so you can see the speed difference, the power difference. It just has a lot more power, no doubt about it. Let's see here. Make sure we're in drive. It's so terrible, man. It is. It is terrible. But I don't know if it matters. For drawer pulls and stuff. Just depends on what you're doing. It's very underpowered though, severely underpowered. Does the first setting on clutch apply a lot of torque on that guy? Yes. On this, yes, absolutely. This thing. We can do some really stupid stuff with this. I gotta find a bit for this real quick. Hang on a second. I don't have one handy here. I have to get one in a second for you guys. We need to try out the skill. Hopefully I can find a charged battery for that. I've got a bit for that. Let me see. We can look at the Flex, because the Flex, this is the compact series of the Flex. So if you look at how big this 24 volt tool is, you compare it to a 12 volt. Let me get that out of there. It's not going to stay. It will stay. Yeah, so you can see the difference there. This is probably the most compact, lightest, most powerful power to weight ratio thing that I've ran across. This thing is really, really impressive for how light and just everything it is. But then this thing's an impact, so this would do way better. But I got this Flex for 50 bucks. So we're going to be comparing it. I also got the drill for 50 bucks too. Got the whole kit with two batteries, this impact and the drill, and a charger for $100. One of Flex's craziest deals ever. I didn't even want it. I had to buy it. I had no choice. I was like, damn, I have to buy that. The old 12-volt version of that driver is actually really nice. I used it for infrared for years. It's going to be loud. Hang on, we gotta... Nope, that didn't do it. I'm trying not to make you guys deaf. If not, I'll just hammer on it. Let me see here. That should do it. It in fact did not do it. I guess we're just going to go through. There we go. Haha, we stuck it in the next one. Perfect. Sometimes, you know, you just got to know when to give up. There, nothing happened. Moving on. Moving on. All right, somebody wanted to see the power of this on speed 1. We need to get a bigger something. Let's see here. We should have something here from Atabo to do it. Probably this. We need a T30. Actually, I don't even know if I can get that out. Holy crap. Okay, we got it. That is a... Is it not etched? I just can't see it. Yeah, it's T30. Okay. I'm just going to go this way. Let's see here. All right. Okay, so we're going to go in speed 2 with this. That's what we're going to do. So you guys can see. That's speed 2. Finger's still on the trigger. Okay. That's speed 2 on the Milwaukee. It has a fully charged battery. And it's a 2.0 battery. And I'm going to hit speed 2 again. Okay, so that's as far as it's going. Put it in speed 1. He still has a lot more torque. Man, I got to hang on to that pretty tight. Reverse usually gets a little bit sketchy. Now this is the reason why I like the DeWalt. That's a 3.0 battery. Also 12 volt. The speed RPM on this is slightly faster, so this is speed 1. This is just 1 speed on this. Slightly faster, a little bit more usable. And I think we might reinforce this because this drill is just a little bit impressive. So we are probably going to just run a screw through here. There we go. Okay. There, now we're that much safer. Okay. Here comes the 12 volt DeWalt. Had the clutch on. There you go. So the DeWalt full sends it pretty much. The Milwaukee on speed 2 can't. It's geared just a little bit faster for drilling. But it does have a chuck where you can switch this out to make it a drill speed. But for average use, man, this thing has enough power and the perfect speed selection with the best amount of torque. It's really kind of the best ratios all in its class. Let me see the chat. Anyone else making his video from last night, making his face with his wife and girl? Let me see here. Break your finger. Use the Torx. Yeah, let me see here. Full send. Would have bought if you had $100. Sorry about the chat, guys. I'm going to get a present in 18 days. I'll be 70, which I think is just under double your age. Yeah, it is. You always selfie pictures. You break your finger, stop. No, it's okay. I don't like the direction button. That's impressive, yeah. Talking here, watched it live. I gotta fix the chat here. Let me see. All messages. I don't know why YouTube does that. I was scared about the rotation. It's dangerous, especially when they drill little metal parts. Yeah. It's all good. And Craftsman has a 20 volt version of the DeWalt. Yeah, you said something about that one of the videos. That sounds pretty cool. Yeah, I really, really like this thing. I wish that they made an 18 volt version or a 20 volt version or whatever it is. All companies, even Milwaukee, can make a 20 volt or 18 volt version of this. It'd be pretty awesome. Someone mentioned that... Yeah, somebody mentioned that they had the original version of this. I used that in infrared for a long time. It's a very nice drill. These are great. Can be like a chop arm. Yeah, I was kind of worried about that, but that's something that's never stopped me on this channel. So we just full send it here. If it rotors and spins and hits me, that's what happens, I guess. We ain't scared. All right. We just picked this one up. Oh, bump the camera. We just picked this one up the other day. I got this for $40 on Amazon. I've been watching it for a while, but I wasn't sure. That is a lot of torque. And we're in speed 2. Let's see if it will full send this. It is a little bit faster, so it might not be as powerful. go. Nope. Could not send it. Fingers still on the trigger. Pop it in speed 1. Dare we pop this in speed 1? It's got a lot of power. I want to find out, does this have better speeds than the Milwaukee M12? And I've got the Milwaukee M12, so we might get some more wood and do a more serious test. What's up, Alex? You have the driver and drill. I actually still use the drill for reloading stuff. Nice, nice. Ever put Phillips shaped hole in your finger after slipping off? A long time ago, I bought a stick driver, one of those white Makitas. That was an impact driver. And the Phillips were shaped very much like a diamond. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that kind of profile on a Phillips, but Makita makes some that just look terrifying. Like, a lot of these bits look a lot like Phillips, but Makitas are like very sharp and crazy. And I slipped off of the screw. I must have been probably 23. I slipped off of that screw, man, and I dagged it right in the middle of one of these fingers here. And I think I was pulling tendons out. I don't know what it was, but it was white, and I was like picking at it. I thought it was fat. Like it got it good. My mom was like, "Stop picking with that. Your finger's gonna stop working." I was like, "Oh, okay, we need that." So I just duct taped it and went on about my day. But no, I nailed it good. What do you take with you on a desert island? Your DeWalt drill. It's a pretty solid choice. We're going to do our top 5 tools on Thursday, I think, with Tools with Souls. The PZ, I don't think it was a PZ. I think, what would I take with me? That's a tough one. You know, this is probably the hand tool to take, no doubt about it. If you had to pick one hand tool to take, it'd probably be this. My buddy showed up with the DeWalts. I got a video coming out. We did a walk with his tool bag, went to his service van and pulled out his pack out and his pouch. And we went through his whole pouch, and I've got like a 45-minute video with edits. I censored out all of his cussing. The dude was cussing like every freaking, you know, other tool that we talked about, he was cussing on it. So I've got it all censored out, and it's ready for upload. Yeah, this thing's actually nice for anything. I mean, you can do some really stupid stuff and get some really crazy leverage with this tool here. You could probably cut this whole 2x4 in half with these channel locks. That's still live now. Can we cut this 2x4 in half with the Knipex? Spoiler alert, the answer is yes, we absolutely can. Let's get one more good bite. You could absolutely cut this thing in half with Knipex if you needed to. These things are insane. But anyway, what he showed me is that the Kleins might actually be better than these. And we've got to look into that. because that's fighting words. Make sure to send this into the Knipex. Yeah, exactly. These, man, it's hard to beat these. The Kleins, though, he was showing me the Klein. They've got slightly bigger teeth. Like, taller, I guess. A little bit more aggressive. And the profile on them, the weight isn't as much in the handle. And you guys will see it when the video comes out. The Klein are actually, see how the handle goes backwards there? When you grab the Klein, they're more front, which makes more sense. Yeah, these pliers probably could pull a nail out of my hand. They can sure as hell take this screw out with minimal effort. We could probably just stay on it like this, like it's a damn ratchet. This is why when everyone's raving over the what are they? The twin grips? It's like, yeah, the twin grips are cute, but if I've got these in my pocket, I'm probably not pulling out the twin grips, you know what I'm saying? Where, yeah, the twin grips are nice, but they just don't grab like the Cobras do. Let's see if we can grab this one. This one's almost flush. Yeah, this one's more than flush. I bet you I can grab it with my channel lock, so. I bet you this will grab it. Do you see that? Just too perfect, man. They got this one figured out. So everyone's raving over the Knipex, every one of Knipex hand tools, everybody raves over it. It's like, nah, you just need these. All right, we gotta go get another power tool. Hang on, we got a screw problem here. We gotta take care of this screw problem. There we go. Saw the Klein for $14 at Lowe's. Were they yellow handled and had a quick push button? And were these teeth in here particularly a lot bigger? Because Klein has a lot less teeth, but it absolutely doesn't matter. Referring to the knife. Gotcha. Try the slim-headed Cobras. Slim-headed Cobras. Which ones? You talking about those? Like you can set Klein on the angle, though. Are you talking about the reverse plier things, man? Those reverse pliers are such a gimmick. Is that a new wiggle test? Yeah. No. All right, let me go get another. I'm gonna go get the 90-degree for this. And then we gotta go get the 12-volt Milwaukee drill. And I wanna have a drill off. But we need metal to do it, and we need a hole saw. Kind of pointer. They have different head shape. We'll see you later. Appreciate it. Abdu. Is this pine wood? Yeah, this is pine. Scrolling through. Bubba Bates Workshop. Bye-bye. STS hammer for flex tools. Do you know what size it fits? Depends on what you're getting. Yeah, I'm not a fan of any of the knives with the bit holders in them, because this just doesn't seem like a very good screwdriver. I don't know. That's just me. I believe at least hand tools to fit at least 10 pouches. Yeah. Yeah, maybe. You know, I that might be true. I've got a lot of screwdrivers. I tend not to buy too many of the same thing. My only duplicate here, keep on the camera, would be these, because you got to have two when you're running pipe. And even this one's different, which I regret getting, because you can see the difference where this sticks out way further than the original Knipex. So this is the new Quickset one, and it's not near as good. Oh, the other thing on the Klein, this part here is completely flat on the Knipex, and the Klein one's actually rounded over inside this edge, so it's less likely to catch. Now, I've never ever had an issue with this, so I think it's irrelevant information, but it is a nice kind of, it looks better, let's put it that way. I don't think it's relevant, though, as far as the failure of this tool, because these things don't fail. It's kind of crazy that I'm even considering switching to the Klein with how good these are. You carry 10 and 12 for doing 2-inch couplings. Yeah, these are the 10s. And then these are the 12s. I think these are the 12s. 300s? Yeah, those are the 12s. And these are amazing. Because I have a screw loose? Probably. All tool rejects should come to Branson, Missouri for further testing. Yeah. Yeah, I might have a couple here I can send you. I got to think of what's a reject and what I've got to keep on the channel that needs to be exploited and explained better. Like, for example, I got a lot of Kleins, but these are actually worth it. These are actually nice Milwaukees. And if I give away stuff, then I've got to go buy it to show you guys what's still good. Because we beat these things. We beat the brakes off of these things, like purposely, seeing if we could break them with sledgehammers, 2-inch pipe, pipe benders. Dude, we smashed these things as much as possible, and they still work just as good as the day I bought them. But that's because I don't like Milwaukee tools. So when I'm saying Milwaukee's good, these are actually really decent, and these are not found on the electrical aisle. So what's crazy is now you buy these USA-made Kleins, which I don't even think they're really USA-made, truly. And you get these, and then you can see where these are already stuck. Like, they don't open. Right? And I haven't really beat on these that much. I mean, I've used them in the field to see if I liked them, but I just didn't like them. and they barely got any use on them, and they're like stuck. What's up, Buzzwell? The knife bit driver comes in handy. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. That makes sense. You never know when you need a screwdriver, you know, so it's nice to be on a knife. But generally, if I'm carrying a knife, I've got a real screwdriver on me. I'm not going to EDC where I might run into a situation where I need a bit drive or whatever. I'm just going to carry whatever I need. V870 got mold yet? Nope. Nope. Are they VDE? The Milwaukee are. I'd have to look at the let me go back to the chat. I feel like I'm missing something here. Someone said something about FACOM tools, FACOM. I'd have to look those up. Are all the 1000-volt screwdriver red and yellow for a reason? Yeah, a lot of companies just do the red and yellow when they're doing voltage, but not all of them are red or yellow. Some of them are orange, like Klein's is orange. It just depends on the brand. But a lot of people go with red and yellow for the 1000-volt series. Just seems to be what they do. But most of Klein is orange. I don't have any 1000-volt Klein because yeah, orange and black is 1000-volt Klein. I tried these out instead. I was going to buy the Klein, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to do the diligence. I'm going to buy the Milwaukee set. And man, it's terrible. The Milwaukee set's terrible. It still gets the job done. It does okay, but it's not as good as the Klein. VDE scents are very damn expensive. Yeah. VDE is actually a third-party test. So if something's VDE, it's been subject to 1000 volts DC, I think. So not everything is actually VDE. Like these might not be VDE. These might be IEC and ASTFM F1505 here. But these aren't actually VDE. Whereas if I hadn't thrown away that one last screwdriver box, I could have shown you what's actually VDE. A lot of your German stuff actually has the VDE. Yeah, see, this is a third-party test they had to pay for. This is a true VDE. But just because it's 1000 volt does not mean that it's VDE. VDE is a completely different certification. Yeah, exactly, Jonathan. I use fastback with screwdriver all the time. I EDC use screwdriver a few times a week. Nice. Let's see here. All right, I gotta go get that Milwaukee M12. Hang on. I also got to back the camera up now. All right. This thing here is a very interesting drill for me. This is probably my least favorite M12 drill, or really M12 tool that I've got. Let's get a... Oh, it is going to stand up. Amazing. It's going to stand up for me today. All right. It's nice of it for a change. Let me get a... Looking for a screw that's not too long. We'll start off small and work our way up. Left just staring at a board that didn't get ripped in half by pliers. Yeah. Did you want to see the board get cut in half by pliers? Because we can whittle that thing to death, but I didn't figure. This thing has so much torque, man. This thing has enough torque for a 20 volt. Like, it just doesn't stop. That was in speed 1. That's in speed 2. Let's see if we can get a larger screw here. Sometimes when you snap them all in half. Whoa! Let's put this here for safety. Cool. All right. Okay, so it's got plenty of, power, torque, whatever you want to call it, in speed 2. Does it have more than this drill? That's the question. Seems like it does. It does have more power. Okay, that still sinks it. It does have noticeably more power. What's crazy about this drill is that it's so short. Might have to switch the camera again. Nope, we were actually already zoomed out. Yeah, so you can see nothing. You can't see anything. They're pretty similar in size. For some reason, you just feel like you get a better purchase on this than this drill. Maybe it's because it's wider here and you just can't get all the way around it. So you just lose some leverage. But using this thing, it has a lot of power and it's not a very comfortable drive, especially when it really starts to torque down. But the whole thing's just like really heavy here. This definitely has a better ergonomics. Maybe it just comes down to ergonomics on this one. There's just something I really don't like about this 12 volt. You guys like this one? You just have small hands, yeah, sure. We got Big in the basement with Big Josh. What's going on, man? What do you think of DeWalt? I like DeWalt, man, a lot. Also like Milwaukee, but DeWalt in the last 3 or 4 years has really been stepping it up. No doubt about it. Does a 12 volt stand on its own? Yeah, it does. You do a little tap and it will fall if you breathe on it just right. I mean, you could, So the answer is yes, it will, but you shouldn't. That's the answer for that. It will stand on its own, but you are running a risk of damaging, you know, finished products, customers' flooring, whatever it is. You really should leave this thing on its side. This thing will absolutely stand up by itself all day without really having to worry about it, even if you bump into it. So officially, yes, this thing does stand on its own. But it should not be left alone because it's just waiting to fall. Yeah, yeah, it definitely tip on the rung of a ladder. You got the kit with the light and saber saw for $149. Which one was that? 18-volt compact Milwaukee is really comfortable. Yeah, that's one thing I have not tried. The only reason why I tried the Flex Compact is because it was severe. I mean, grossly on sale. $50 for this. 1,000-watt work lights at Harbor Freight for $12. Nice. Yeah, man, you could get the damn bigger battery, but then what is the point in having the M12? That's my whole thing with it. Because once you do that, let me get the full size Flex. Actually, this is a full size Flex. Of course, we don't have a battery in it yet. Let me get a battery in it for comparison. I'm gonna back the camera up a little bit too. Fit all this on the camera. This is the turbo. So you can see the Flex is still taller, obviously, but you're still coming in pretty close with the 12-volt on the front of it. And then the weight, I mean, for the Flex, you know, honestly, I should get my scale. Because you'd be surprised how much this combination weighs. I like getting that comment. Just put the bigger battery on the M12. We're looking at 2 pounds, 15.9 ounces. 3 pounds. 3 pounds 1. Hang on. Zero it out. Yeah. 2 pounds, 14.8. Yeah, so 2 pounds, 15 ounces was right. 2 pounds, 14.8. And that is 4 pounds, 3.7. So it's a pound and 7 ounces heavier for the full size 20 volt. We can go with, where's my DeWalt? I got a DeWalt drill here. Somewhere. Huh. I don't know where my 800 is. Where is the DeWalt 800? Oh, I thought it was a 12 volt. It's hanging up. Hang on. That's 3 pounds, 8.7. 20 volt, 800 XR. Versus the M12, 3.31. Nope, hang on. 3 ounces over. Zero it back out. Yeah, 3 pounds, 7 ounces. All right, 0.7, 3 pounds, 3 pounds even. 3 pounds, 8.5. Yeah, and then this thing, dude, the lights are awesome on this too. This is definitely my favorite drill. If you're not a DeWalt fan and you buy this thing, man, it won't take long. It won't take long at all. Well, I have the best drill and audio. Have a decent flashlight. Hoping not too late for the live. What's up, Gooey? Maybe? Guy? Yeah. I'm not even gonna butcher that. Myself and my neighbor's DeWalt 12-volt drill failed. I bet it did, man. The 12-volt stuff is not for heavy duty. So I start off saying that for homeowners, for DIY, the 12-volt for the house for sure. For machine screws and electricians, the 12-volt DeWalt. Because at the end of the day, this is still the lightest package that you can get. There's nothing lighter than this for the power that you get. So if you're looking for a very professional drill to carry as maintenance, or somebody that's going to carry a drill every day with them, or a driver, this thing cannot be beat. Because you're looking at 11 ounces, 1.5 with a battery. So if you're doing infrared or something, like, damn, you can't beat this. And then it's got the clutch. This scale is having a bad time right now. 11 pounds, 3.6, yeah. Even the scale without a battery is sitting at 11 pounds 3, almost, without a battery. And this is a really light drill. If you guys know what piece of crap this thing is, this is a very light drill. And this thing's got a battery. And then it sinks 4-inch screws. Or, what was that, a 6-inch screw? 5-inch. 5-inch screw. That flex looks huge as F. That flex is huge as F. We're both Homer light usage and DeWalt 12-volt filled. Damn. Got a Craftsman folding under hood light on clearance for a couple of years ago. I'm so jealous of all the deals like a couple of years ago, man. Had to throw everything away. I've got to make that video on having to throw everything away. It's coming out soon. All right, let's see. There you go. Pronounce Oogway like the turtle from Kung Fu Panda. Appreciate it. My bad. Yeah, this thing's insane, man. We might even hit that screw down there. Just picked up the 870. You think you're falling in love. That's coming from a guy who isn't the biggest DeWalt fan. The 870 is actually amazing. I've got it right here. The quiet hydraulic. For how quiet it is, I wish the trigger control was better. But it's not terrible. fast, quiet, compact. One of the reasons why I like the 840 still, though, or the 845, I had bad trigger issues with my 845, so I don't like to recommend it. Where is my 845? It is not hanging up. It is right here. Ha! No, that's another 12 volt. I thought we just had the 845. The 845 is an XR. Oh, there it is. It's underneath my sea of tools. This is what I'd recommend if you're in the field. You can get this thing for like 70 bucks sometimes. Just depends. That's a beast right there. And you look how skinny it is compared to the 12 volt. It's a very nice tool. The fact of the matter is that, yeah, the fact is, man, is that the drills are getting too short and you're having to put extensions on them to where you can't put a short bit in this and it makes sense. So if you just wanted to take a little bit like this, one of those little ones, and put a little magnet on it from Milwaukee or something, you can't do that on the 850s and the 870s because you're fighting the battery height. So if we get this crap out of the way. The battery, even if you get the smallest battery. You can see where the bit is just barely over its own line here. So if you get a really short bit, you're almost like flush to the wall. I mean, by the time you sink the fastener, your battery is like that far away from the wall as you're driving. Mic picked up. Mic's not plugged in. Mic drop. Why'd the mic drop? The mic should not be dropping because we don't have a mic in. Harbor Freight sent you a used 25% discount code today? That's crazy. Oh, they were talking theoretically, not about your audio. Oh, mic drop. Yo, I have so many problems with YouTube and audio and all kinds of stuff. I think I'm just going to get a Rode and be done. I had a Rode at one point. Let's get the microphone the BW sent me, which is right here. So I've got this mic. The problem was whenever I first got this mic, YouTube was screwing around with audio. BW sent me this mic. So YouTube was screwing around with the audio. And they're still screwing around with the audio. But when you go live together with another streamer, you can only pick one person's microphone to work, ever. So we thought that it was the microphones, and then there was no point in me having a microphone because Souls had his microphone. And then it was like, well, this isn't going to work for live streaming. So I was making videos with this, but couldn't live stream with it. Now, a year later, we figured out that only one person's audio is going to work on Go Live Together if you have a lavalier mic, which is just dumb. So that's why I went the other route and started getting the They're more expensive mics with the setup. But yeah, this thing here versus the 840. By the time you put a bit in here, if I was to get a level, which I do. And I got a tape measure right here. It's a pretty standard size bit. Of course that happened. So we're looking at, that's how you measure for offsets, by the way, if you're an electrician. 1 3/4. Yeah, 1 3/4. And then that only puts you, I need a longer level now, actually. That only puts you, how far away from the wall? You are 2.5 inches, right at 2.5 inches with your battery. And keep in mind, this is the shortest, smallest battery that, DeWalt makes. If you get a 5.0 or something, it's going to stick out that much further. So while the 870 is nice, this whole compactness thing just, it doesn't make sense for a couple of reasons. And even Milwaukee kind of started doing that sort of same thing there with their last generation. I think you're better off with this skinnier impact that's further away. If we get a 4.0, it gets really ridiculous. So if we get a 4.0, which I got 2 of these for $80, I think. I can't remember. It was really cheap. That's almost level. Without a bit, you're sitting, how close to the wall are we sitting? You're sitting, what is that, 1 1/4 inches? Yeah, you're about 1 1/4 inches away from the wall. Without a bit, so really, if we took one of these, that might be flush. You've got less than, yeah, you got less than 1/2 inch. Any masonry tools? Kind of, not really. I've got some SDS. I got a flex, but that's about it for masonry. Nothing too crazy. What's the model number on this one? Let me see here. Simmery. Are you too late to find out if cheat tools are worth it? Not necessarily. Let's see how many accounts he has. You can be the judge. This is a, I gotta get one more thing from Milwaukee. You guys can make the decision. Hang on, let me get one more thing. So that's how compact the 90 is. This is how compact There you go. So if size matters and torque does not matter, because torque should not matter in a situation with cabinets or drawer pulls or something like that, this should have enough torque to do whatever you need to do for cabinet work. Pilot holes, even in solid wood. This should do you. Where compactness matters, this makes a lot more sense. But it's severely underpowered for just about everything else. And I don't know, kind of gimmicky, right? It's Ryobi. But yeah, we'll drive a screw. We'll see. It's not going to do any of the big screws, I don't think. So we're just going to go straight for a big one. Or for a small one. Let me get my big bit here. All right, here we go. Pretty hard to watch, but if you're screwing into a drawer pull or something or a cabinet handle, it wouldn't matter. Whereas you get this for $45 right now, and it comes with the 90-degree and the offset. And then it had a little bumper in the front, so this thing didn't look so ugly. Versus this thing for like $165, I think. For IKEA furniture, yeah. Yeah, it'd probably be nice for IKEA furniture, actually, if you build a lot, I suppose. Like I said, man, it's hard to recommend it for anything else other than keeping an open mind for doing cabinet stuff. That's about it. This is going to have way more power in every situation. Right. You get nice fine trigger control. So, yeah, if you're doing professional cabinets, you know, this is obviously the way to go. But, I don't know, man. It's not a bad kitchen drawer drill. And if you're doing stuff that's threaded, it's not going to matter. This is going to be fine. Yeah, I'm jealous of your FlexiClick. I would agree with that. You've always needed a right angle drill, but an offset one doesn't even make sense to you. I've needed an offset for really random situations, but not near as much as the angle. The angle gets used quite a bit, even as an electrician. The angle gets used a lot. Not the angle, the 90-degree. And I do like how low profile it is. The question is, can it really, you know, suck two pieces of wood together? Like, does it have the strength? I don't know. But, yeah, back to drawer pulls, man. If you're doing drawer pulls or whatever you're doing really quickly, if you're just assembling hardware, this is probably what I would pick even over anything else on the table. All this stuff on the table, if I was going to do my kitchen and do drawer pulls, this is what I'd grab. Because it's so compact, you're less likely to do any damage. It's really light. If you bang it on something, it's not going to make any damage. It's more suitable to lay on finished surfaces. This is more plasticky. You're less likely to break finishes with this thing. The Ryobi goat, yeah. The $300 plus FlexiClick is brushed. No, I think it's brushless. FlexiClick is brushless, isn't it? Or you're asking? You feel for that gimmicky tool. Yeah. Mid, hate using that Ryobi. Yeah, no, I get it. Fisher Price. I wish that 12-volt screwdriver came in 20. Yeah, me too, man. This thing's amazing. Please get Milwaukee. We got Milwaukee. And Milwaukee does have the 30-degree knuckle as well. That is true. They've also got, hang on, I've also got this too, though. So there's always that too, right? Which is, I mean, let's appreciate how compact this Ryobi is for what it does. It's pretty darn compact, but this is what I'll be using anyway. Let's do an impact on it. Get in there. And we need to switch the, yeah, let's use that one. This is the one we need. Gotta find a screw. Oh. It's fighting. Let me get this screw in here and then I can have something to hold on to. Okay, there we go. Let's try again. It kind of bounces off. So by the way, you can feel the heat on this thing already. If I got my infrared camera out, you can see the heat difference on this. These aren't going to last if you put them on impacts. But if you're legitimately trying to suck two cabinets together where you've got two frame faces clamped together and you're trying to send, you know, a screw to catch them both and you're having to use a 90, you're almost going to need an impact to get that last little bit to pull them together. Like this. So, yeah, this will do it. Haha, my bit went flying. This thing's fast. Nope, no handle for that one. This one's just very, very basic, very compact. And I think the one benefit to this is if I get a smaller bit, like we'll go with the Schrader core valve remover. If we pop this in here and it sinks all the way like it should, and you're thinking, how the hell am I going to get that out of there? It's got that right there, so you can push on the back of this, usually with, you know, a small Allen key or something, but sometimes you can fit your bits in there. The original one of these that first came out had a Phillips shape that you could push out in there, but they've kind of gone with a different design where you almost got to use a smaller Allen head to poke it out. Like that, and it is magnetic. But yeah, this thing really gets, I mean, absolutely zero clearance. Hopefully that's not going forever. Yeah. Yeah, so this one thing's like 25, 30 bucks, I think, sometimes, depending on which one you're getting. And then we got the whole Ryobi drill and the attachments for 45 with some bits. I don't know. It does okay. They do make a handle for it, but this one did not come with a handle, I don't believe. The Pittsburgh ratcheting wrenches feel great. When I install window ACs, I need the offset to get the screws in behind the valance. Yeah, that's true. See, I don't think this will be installing. I don't think this would be installing a window AC in place where you want it. I don't think it's strong enough, unless you had some pilot holes and a whole lot of hope. This thing's severely underpowered for that. Let's see here. Yeah, they make one. Or they have a different version of it that comes in a different kit, but this one came just by itself. But like I said, man, for how hot this thing is right now, I wouldn't recommend you using this if you needed a right angle all the time. You'd be better off with the drill. That's why they make the drill. Let's see here. All right, so yeah, got my Heart Echo tomorrow. I thought it was today, but I was wrong. It's tomorrow. So that's going on tomorrow. We'll find out. Probably nothing, because they're not going to tell me anything until later. But that's all going down. So cool. I got to do a live here pretty soon. Talk about the mold. And then I got to do a video and talk about the mold. Because I need something to reference people. Because they're starting to really look at a lot of my older videos. And they're asking stuff like, where's all your tools? Or why do your tools look brand new? And I want a video to reference people too. So we got to do that. Also, I don't know if you guys noticed, but if you were to go back and look at videos even 6 months ago, man, my face was still skinny. So I guess I'm less dying now, which is good. But now problems are starting to present themselves. Or maybe it's just everything's normal and I get this way whenever I encounter, objects. Let me see here. Hang on. Yeah, my chat froze. Let me see here. Hang on. Here comes the lawnmower. Why is YouTube's chat so stupid? The angles are included in a lot of kits to get marked down. JB Weld. Where have all these comments been? That's crazy, man. That's crazy. Last comment I saw was DeWalt makes a handle for that driver. That's crazy. You have channel locks also. Can get in ceiling fan screws without it touching the painted ceiling as much. Leave marks. It's one reason why I like that little DeWalt bit that I always have usually with me. It's in my Vito right now. That's one I use for ceiling fans. Your Milwaukee 90 needs that push hole, yeah. That's what that's for. Yes, that is what that is for. Here comes a lawnmower. Your power was off for about 15 hours. They cut it for repairs and had several thousand out power. That seems to be a common issue lately. There's been a lot of weather going on, and then they're finally getting around to repairing what really needs to be repaired. Seems like they kind of had like triage going on where they were just fixing what was really, really pressing. And then now they're starting to cut power and fix what could wait a little bit longer. Got the baby chainsaw coming tomorrow. Friday. Other thing is, not all trades work in dirty environments. I'm going to scroll down through the chat. I'm not a carpenter. My father was a carpenter. You know, I don't know. I'm not a carpenter. No, I'm not a carpenter. I'm an electrician and electrical inspector. So, no, I'm not a carpenter. But I've done carpentry with my father. And not just carpentry, but more like fine woodworking that matters. An electrical inspector carpenter. You had 2 low-power tornadoes Sunday. Dang. The legal ones do. Yeah, exactly. The way you use tools make you one think you do suck. The thing is you don't. Man, I put whatever's on the channel, dude. I'm not doctoring anything. So whatever happens, happens. If something slips or something. You just abuse tools. That's part of it, man. Power stack versus forge. Power stack for the win. Power stack for the win. Absolutely. I could go get a forge right now. The power stack stuff is so much better for people that are not using large tools. If you're using a recip or something, the forge might be better. But everything else, I mean, if you got a chainsaw, you might want the forge. I think Milwaukee makes really good batteries, and the forge is a really nice battery. But the power stack is lighter, it's smaller, it's everything. You've done wood projects and they're legit. They turned out all right. Love woodworking, but come from a long line of carpenters like my dad. Yeah. There's a little mosquito flying around here. We just poke fun of you. I'm not worried about you poking fun of me, dude. I've been in the field for too long to worry about someone poking. Dude, the flex is so nice with the little... Where is it? This is what I'm going to say about flex. Got a video coming out here pretty soon. This is one thing I will say about the flex. It doesn't matter what battery you have. If you have the 5.0, if you have the 6.0, if you got the 10, if you got the 5, if you got the 2.0, if you got the 3.5, they've probably got one of the most extensive battery lineups for only being out for 3 years. This company's only been out for, I think, 3 years now. They've got one of the best ranges where you can get whatever size battery you want for the weight that you're looking for, and they all deliver equal power. There's not one tool that you can't use with flex that I can't put a 2.5, that I can't put a 6.0, that I can't put a 10.0 in. They all are going to operate where you can use the tool for whatever you're trying to do. You can't say that about DeWalt. You can't say that about Milwaukee. If you want to get the HOs for Milwaukee, that's a different story. But, and I understand Milwaukee was out for a little bit longer, so their 2.0s don't hold up really good. Yeah, Flex will recharge below 50%, absolutely. Flex has some of the best technology when it comes to what batteries. They kind of overplayed their hand with the cooling liquid. No other companies put cooling liquid with their 21, not the 21.7s, with their standard cells. So they really overplayed their hand on trying to make their batteries like amazing. But if you really pay attention, man, they will return whatever battery. If you're having a bad experience with their batteries, they will return it. It's fully refunded. I'll show you the difference of a leaking battery versus a non-leaking battery with flex. Let me see if I can find one. The new ones look a little bit different. Yeah, so this is a 2.5 new. Let me go get you a 2.5 old. Hang on. All right, here's an old 2.5. Here is a new 2.5. So if your 2.5 looks like this, chances are it's probably going to leak at some point. If your 2.5 looks like this, it's fixed. Everyone was focused on the FX0111 and trying to remember a number. And this is still the FX0111. So it's the exact same, just you got to look at the new look of the Flex, which is the same look as the stack lithiums and even the 3.5 here. So if we compare the lineup here, and I think the 3.5 probably has the best kind of power for what you're looking at. So here we got a 3.5, we got a 2.5, we have a 2.0 right here. And then you've got the old 2.5 right there. But yeah, I can put any one of these batteries in my jigsaw, in my recip, in my drill, in my impact, whatever it is, and it's going to deliver more than enough power to do whatever I got to do. All the batteries work just about the same. This is going to deliver a lot more peak power in the long run when you're really pushing the tool to the limit, but the tools are going to pretty much behave the same. If you're trying to cut an LVL with a 2.5, you might notice it a little bit versus one of the 3.5 stacks, but that's about it. Where was I 9/11? I was in Texas at my house watching TV. Let's see here. All right, it sounds like, yeah, the green lines are curved on the old one, exactly. Yeah, this is an old one. This is a new one. That's how you know. We could open this up at some point and see if it's leaking. But I don't think it is. I could have possibly fixed this. I don't know. But I know that if you have a leaking flex battery, it looks like this. You can call them right now, and they will send you one that looks like this. Let's see here. Carpentry is rough, man. Carpentry is a whole lot of labor, man. If I could make my favorite tool better, what would it be and how would you make it better? Oh man, that is a good question. trying to think about that. You guys would leave if I told you what my favorite tool was. So we're not going to talk about that. Look, Makita makes this hybrid impact that does drill, hammer drill, impact, and everything all in one. I'm sure you guys don't want to see it. But if I can make it better, it would be that one. I'll tell you that. That hybrid drill is pretty cool. Angles, yeah. Let's see what happens. I'll be back. You know, I don't know where my senior battery went. I had a senior battery for this. This thing here has all the modes, in case you guys didn't know. So it's got hammer drill, impact drill, and clutch all in the same tool. But it's a Makita, so it's severely underpowered and very expensive for no reason. But as an electrician, man, this is all you need, because this will drill through mortar on impact, on hammer drill, and then it impacts. But the amount of power this thing has is nothing compared to anything that we looked at tonight. You can get a Milwaukee 1/2 inch and put on a 1/4 inch adapter. Like this. So you can get 1/2 inch. Trying to get it on there right now. This is a 1/4 inch. This one's a Nico. Right there. And we can put, I think that's quick insert. Yeah, this has quick insert. And then you can pop it out. And maybe I just need a little bit more leverage to get this thing on here. Yeah, there we go. Gotta find a 12 volt. That's a 20 volt. See, that's crazy, man. Is that that's the wrong battery for this, because these batteries are so tiny. Little 20 volt XRs. There you go. So let's do that. Let me get you a better view there. This is a 12 volt impact wrench. That screw is very hot. Let me check something. Yeah, so it's always an option too. What's up, Russ? Man, every time Russ gets on here, we're fixing to get off. What's up with that? Must be the timing. Cool Milwaukee battery. Yeah, I'll show you the thing before we get off of here. So there's a bunch of tools. There's more tools. There's some tools. There's the setup. This is the backdrop, so everything looks nice and pretty. Here's the whiteboard. That's everybody's favorite. And then we got the 45 mounted rack for Milwaukee on the corner. And then we got the box here so you guys can see the Vito whenever it's there. We got the pliers rack right there. Got 2 screwdriver racks. Another Milwaukee shelf. The sign. The true purpose of the 6-inch screw corner racks. Yeah, is there a 6-inch screw corner rack that I don't know about? The 6-inch screws, yeah. Yeah, that's exactly why we have these. Make no mistake about it. We got the horizontal TV here. You can't even see it because it's so close. Let me see. Yeah. And then we got one more Milwaukee rack there. We got the DeWalt flag. We got my spray foam where all my security wires come through. We got the ghetto light hanging on the ceiling with the tripod, of course. Yeah, man, we got it all. Where's the Diamondback and Festa? Okay, so video's coming out. Okay, here's the deal. I am chemically sensitive to just about everything. So, while I do like the Festa, damn, it's dark in here. Hang on. Why didn't that work? That is strange. Aha! The cord. I think I was charging DeWalt's. Yeah, there we go. The Festa is here. Now, it's getting better. But the Festa, whatever oil they rubbed on it, I can't breathe around it. Which is why a lot of this stuff is out here. So I'm chemically sensitive, partially dying, and can't breathe. Air's heavy, basically, around this. So when I had this in this room, it was actually not good. So I got to wait for it to air out a little bit more. I had it airing out in the playroom for a little bit, and it's better. Now it's airing out in the garage. Rigid, yeah. The color, yeah. I can't breathe it. Let me hold you in check. It's not bad. It's only it'll fill this whole room. So in the garage, it's not too bad. But if I try to come here and do a video, like, it bothers me. So, all right, I gotta get. Gotta see what the kids are doing, help the wife, things like that. But yeah, video should be out Thursday or Friday, I think. Maybe Saturday. I don't know. I might drop one in between. Just depends. I've started doing one video a week. Are you going night? Good night. Oh, love you. Mwah. Love you. Yeah, we'll catch you guys later. See you.